Today, Medicaid providers in our state testified at the state capitol about becoming collateral damage in this crackdown on fraud. They say services for people with disabilities are at risk after the state disenrolled thousands of providers over the summer. Here's Danny.
On the shores of Lake Superior in Two Harbors, Cardinal Comfort Care Cooperative provides in-home services to people with disabilities, the elderly, and military veterans.
I have a big commitment to the people in my community. I live in a rural community. We know each other. We care for our neighbors.
But Executive Director Susan Rosette says her organization has been caught in the crosshairs of the state's fraud crackdown.
Absolutely. It has punished us, and it's decimated us. Many providers are not in business anymore.
After the Trump administration threatened to withhold $2 billion in Medicaid payments because of fraud concerns, the Minnesota Department of Human Services rushed to revalidate providers in 13 high-risk programs by digging into their backgrounds and confirming proof of insurance. After those reviews, the state stripped more than 3,000 providers of their Medicaid enrollment this summer, largely because of incomplete paperwork rather than fraud allegations.
The question before us today is not whether a revalidation should occur. The question is how it was implemented.
On Wednesday, Senator John Hoffman's Human Services Committee took testimony from providers and DHS about how the state can better protect legitimate providers.
We tried very hard to do the best and most effective job that we could.
But DHS Commissioner John Connolly says the Trump administration gave them only 5 months to revalidate thousands of providers, compared to other states that had a couple of years to complete the work.
This was extraordinary. This was incredibly challenging for the providers. We understand that behind these provider or served by these provider organizations are people. The people of our programs that we have a responsibility to.
The majority of providers who lost their Medicaid enrollment have appealed, and DHS is resuming payments for those providers while those appeals play out. But providers like Cardinal Care Cooperative say the increased scrutiny has created too much uncertainty about future payments and the future of their mission.
Everybody wants fraud gone. I want fraud gone. This is unbelievable what's happened to our state. It's tragic. But let's still serve our people with the good providers.
Danny Spiewak, KARE 11 News.
DHS says it's working directly with providers to make sure that people with disabilities and other groups don't lose services because of this fraud crackdown. The legislature actually passed a bill sponsored by Senator John Hoffman this year to improve the process, which is known as continuity of care. And the case that we recently covered, one of these care companies here on KARE 11, they did get their license back, but went through a lot of trouble to get it. We'll be right back.